Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another CUNYAC Fall Feature. With fall sports canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we here at CUNYAC are spotlighting student athletes once a week during the fall semester, highlighting their accomplishments, talking about their experience at the collegiate level, and what they've been up to over the past few months during quarantine. I'm your host, Eldris Chavez, and you can catch the CUNYAC Fall Feature every Friday on our website, CUNYathletics.com, and on our YouTube channel, CUNY Athletics Conference, as well as on our social media feeds by searching CUNY Athletics. If you missed last week's fall feature on Lehman Lightning Angela Veras, please go give it a watch. We talked about her time traveling to China and Costa Rica, her time as a rowing instructor with adaptive athletes, and her experience as a first-year runner with the Women Lightnings. Now with me today, I have the pleasure to sit down and chat with two individuals who not only compete at the highest level against conference opponents, but I'm sure at one point in their lives competed against one another to see who was the better siblings. Both are first-team CUNYAC Soccer All-Stars. Both are members of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee at Hunter College. From Roosevelt Island, New York, please welcome the tandem of the Hawks men's soccer team, Blaise and Regis Enama. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for sitting here with me.
And thank you for having us, Eldridge.
Thank you. Oh, it's a great pleasure, great pleasure. So let's just start off. Simple question right off the bat. What made you guys decide to study at Hunter College? And we'll start with Regis.
Hunter College has always kind of been a clear, obvious decision for me because I've always wanted to go to school in the city. I've always wanted to stay, and I've always wanted so I've always just figured that CUNY was the clearest choice, and Hunter College was just the obvious choice for me, at least. Blaise?
I don't know. I grew up in a pretty big house, and everyone who went to college, all my siblings went to college, and all of them except for one actually just ended up going to a CUNY school. So we're like a family that's kind of into the CUNY system already. So it's and all of my siblings, they're already all of them older than me. They're all doing pretty good in their lives. They're not
the only ones who decided Hunter.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a unique choice for all of us because of all the CUNY schools that everyone represented in my house, we're the only ones who went to Hunter. So that already I regarded it as a privilege only because it is also convenient to us because it's a train ride away.
That's
so
true, yeah.
That's main.
Train.
So yeah, and it also offered a computer science program that I kind of was interested in. That a lot of schools that I was looking at didn't really have at that level. So
yeah, for sure.
It was I was able, and the obvious reason to play sports. So yeah. I was able to play sports and as well get the degree that I wanted. So
okay.
That's Hunter College.
All right. You both attended the same high school, School of the Future, in New York City. At any point, did you guys ever think about, separating from each other and going to different schools? Or was this something you're you know what, let's kind of do this thing together?
I mean, me, personally, I've always played soccer with Blaise and Blaise only. So it's it's always just been a personal choice of mine, where it's I would rather play if I am playing soccer in college, it was always a pretty it was a I've always just wanted to play with Blaise because that's I feel the best way I can really compete at my highest is only with him.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I mean, yeah,
Blaise, you echo that?
We were definitely considering going to separate schools. At the beginning, we were just different sorts of offers and just talking to different people. Interested in a bunch of choices. But at the end of the day, I just went with what was the most affordable, the most convenient, and just what I'm used to. The city, being with my brother. As you said, it's if it was my choice, this is better going through it with him, than anyone else. So that's the way it's been for a while. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah,
so.
For sure. Okay. So that's understandable that you guys want to definitely work as a unit. I totally respect that 100%. So you both are getting your bachelor's in computer science. Why computer science, and where in that field do you plan to pursue a career in? Let's start with Blaise this time.
Okay, sure. Well, computer science has always kind of been in my family. You know, I have an older brother who actually is a software engineer. So, you know, this is what he did. This is what he does. So it's like, so it's like, it's a lot better to like keep it in the family, you know, connect like a network. I have a direct network like to that. I've gotten hands-on experience like in that field, of course. So like I spent some time in like high school. That's actually where I picked it up. And since then, it's kind of seemed like a path. You know, I'd like to have that option in the future, you know.
Yes, for sure.
To just know computers and just like study that craft, you know. So I'm just doing it for just the security aspect, you know. So yeah.
No, I get it. And Regis, what about you?
Yeah, like me, I've always like kind of been aware of like the different paths that like computer science and like just like studying in a STEM field can actually like take anyone. So I've always like just been aware. So I've like just figured that if I'm not like getting into computer science now, it's like I really never would. So so I'm just taking advantage of like the opportunities that I have. So yeah, that's like my whole take on why I'm doing computer science.
Yeah, the most important.
No, I get it. It's definitely like you've definitely touched on it. You have so many opportunities with that degree, and you could go. Yeah, basically, it's up to you. Like you could just choose where you're going to be at and focus on that particular field. Yeah, 100%. So we already spoke about. You guys touched on playing soccer in high school, and obviously now with the Hawks. Is there any other sports you guys play?
Yeah, this might come to like as a surprise, but we both were actually triathletes in high school. So we played on the varsity soccer team. Yeah. We played JV 1 year and varsity 1 year of basketball, and we played on the varsity baseball team as well. Yeah, he stayed on that team a little longer than I did, but yeah, but yeah.
That was us. Like, yeah, we've always just like grown up playing those three sports mostly, but like now under like quarantine, the only thing I'm really doing is like soccer and running. Like other than that, nothing more.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, I actually played baseball like pretty seriously like before even like touching a soccer ball, but since like ever since I like first touched the soccer ball, it's just been, you know, that's the path for me, you know.
Yeah.
So
what about soccer that kind of separates, itself from basketball and baseball?
Passion.
I
just a lot more than I do any other sport. So I just figured I love it a lot more. So I'm gonna just do it more often.
It's just the constant movement for me, you know. It's like it's a sport that I constantly forces you to just think about like the next move and stuff. You know, you always have to like just be ahead one person or another, you know. So just yeah, exactly. You know, just being able to just play a role on a team as well with like numerous people. You know, everyone has their part inside the one unit. So I'm just happy to play mine. You know.
Yeah, I get it. Okay. At any point did you guys discuss or individually discuss maybe pursuing a career professionally in soccer? We'll start with Regis.
I mean, like, thank you. Me, like personally, I've never wanted to like take it professionally because I've always like figured that like I don't want to like make it my whole life. I've always like just wanted to like just keep it as like something I'm like happy like just doing on the side while I'm also like pursuing something else. So it's like just as long as I keep it as a lifestyle or like just like around me, I'll be happy. But professional is like I'd rather not work that hard for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite the opposite. You know, I feel like I started playing soccer when I was like 8, and I'm still playing right now. So it's like I put in a lot of work. You know, so I guess going professionally would, you know, obviously, and would love to do that. You know, like why would I want to score in front of like 20,000 people, you know? But
Yeah.
but it's like realistically, it's like I feel like it is important to understand that I'd have a lot more in this world to give than just being a football player, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the whole like more than an athlete thing. It's like that's like a very like big thing that a lot of people, especially competing at like a D3 level, should understand. You know, it allows you to like sure compete like at the highest level, do the sport you love, but it also allows you, it also gives you the space to actually grow as a person outside of that sport. You know, so.
Yeah, definitely. I know CUNY and CUNYAC definitely puts the focus on the student first, and student athlete. So I definitely get that. So when you guys are, before COVID, you balance school and then you balance practice. What sort of challenges, if any, did you guys have, trying to balance the two?
Well, I struggled a lot with deadlines, because it's like being a student, it's kind of expected, it's very hard to actually find like the medium between. Yeah, exactly. Just like planning your time between like going to practice, working out, like going to the gym, the trainers, eating, and like that, and then like on the other hand, you actually have like school
studying, you got like all the other the extracurriculars, you got SAC. So yeah, like I'm sorry, but like me, like biggest challenge that I had like before this corona thing was actually like finding time outside of the tune, like to actually just like relax and just be a person other than like student or being an athlete. You like I've always like just like struggled in like finding that extra time and like just relax.
Yeah, especially considering before COVID, it's like that was probably like we were actually like coming off like a really good season. We went to like a postseason, CAC, we went to the finals, all through like playoffs. So it's like we had to do a lot more work than what I did like my freshman year, where like we finished in like 6th place. But exactly, we actually like had to do a lot more things to get what we wanted. But it's like through that I still learned how like it is equally as important, it's actually important, to of course set off time for yourself, but it's equally as important to just understand that like the same amount of effort you put into one thing, you have to be willing to put into the other,
The balance.
Yeah. There's a hype at the end of like in between student athlete at the end of the day. So it's like that's just what it is.
No, I get it. Yeah, I think that's what people tend to miss is that you and all student athletes, it's a full-time commitment. Like I've heard people have days from 8 a.m. for practice, and then they're in school till about 8 p.m. and then they may get home like around 9, and then they gotta squeeze in homework and stuff like that. So I think that's something people fail to realize is like how much dedication and time and effort you guys had to put. And that's something I totally. So an interesting thing I noticed that the two of you I mentioned earlier are in the SAC for Hunter. So what kind of roles do you guys play in that committee?
Well, I can take it, but I actually hold a chair position as the chair of media. So, kind of like what you do, I believe. So I'm responsible to just our image, in my opinion, how we are represented on a social like media platform, how we interact, engage with our followers as so I'm kind of in charge of all of that, just setting up. I also help out in the general SAC stuff, like setting up events, and participating in like volunteering and stuff. But my position is SAC, I would say, or my job title is
social media. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you're constantly busy because I know. For me, I want to say it's 24/7 because it's not, but it's you're constantly updating Twitter feed, Instagram, the school website, stuff like that. So I could definitely relate where you're coming from. Regis, I'm sorry I didn't cut you off, but what about you? What do you do there?
I am the chair of public relations. So it's like my whole job before Corona was actually like promotional stuff. So so like I would start like making the flyers and like just like making sure that like people are coming to like the events, like the big athletic events that we have in like Hunter. So that was my goal. But like as of now in like Corona, my job actually shifted a little more towards helping out the social media page whenever I can, updating people and like the like on like the different things that like we as SAC are doing through like social media. So yeah.
Anything that pops up in your head, that's something that you guys did either collaboratively or individually that you're proud of since your time in these roles?
Yeah, definitely. Just over the summer, it's been like a pretty hectic summer for SAC because we kind of, because along with the Corona, it's like we constantly had to like keep people like updated and stuff. So my personal like favorite project would have been just currently we're working on 100%. We're actually working currently on a voting campaign, to try to encourage, and try to inform people how to vote, like which dates, all that.
That's great.
We our best to like share like just like all sorts of like graphics and stuff, putting on our Instagram story and like making Instagram posts and stuff. So
like posting like videos from the other student athletes in like Hunter. So it's like a fun way to like just interact with like the other athletes to actually like engage them and like just like be a community again. So that's actually what I'm like very proud of as of now in SAC.
Yeah, we actually recently as well, like along with like all the racial injustices and like all that stuff. We actually, that was going on over the summer, so it's been like that's why I said it's been like busy, just like trying to use our platform kind of as a voice, for underrepresented people, so that's a very big project that we also like took part of, that we had the privilege to take part of as well. We actually had like a summer full of like meetings with like administrative like people, like the Hunter president and just like with all sorts of like heads and titles and stuff. But it was pretty hectic, but it was all worth it at the end,
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree where you guys are coming from. All the like you guys, the racial injustices that coming across. I kind of don't want to get into that, political aspect of it, but the fact that you guys are stepping up and having a voice and making sure that, that those news is getting out there, that's awesome. And definitely, we're 2 weeks away from election, and we definitely got to make a difference. So I support, everything you guys are doing, and that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that for sure.
And just quick shout out, it's not just us. It's like
of course. Yep, I know it's a collaborative, effort. Yep.
Shout out to SAC. Yeah.
No, I get it, and I 100% respect that. So let's transition into the CUNYAC aspect of it. You guys mentioned a little while ago, I think 5th or 6th place in your freshman year. So let's talk about last year in the quarterfinals against Baruch. Blaise, this is something, more specifically towards you. So you were involved in both goals of that game. You had an assist in the 25th minute. You scored your own goal in the 72nd. So how was that feeling like, to be able to propel the Hawks to the CUNYAC championship?
Yeah, well, first of all, I appreciate you. That's not really a thing that not really a big bragger, about like my own stat.
Don't be humble. So, I mean, this is time to have some shout yourself out.
Definitely. That was a very huge game for us, not only for myself, but for just the entire team, because I feel like just that game, everyone just came with the same mindset that we have a task, we have a mission to get to this final. We put in a lot of work, you know, to get in there. You know, we went on like a win streak, right? We had like a 6-game, 7-game win streak, you know, just to get to the finals and stuff, you know. So we knew what was at stake, you know, we knew what we had to do. So I feel like I just had to do my part as just the forward, you know. I just had, just like everyone else, I just had a job to do, and that job was to produce, which I had the pleasure of doing, you know. Very memorable game, not only for myself, but for the entire team, because we all just like clicked that game, you know. That's like, you talk to anyone on our team, they'll probably just regard that as one of like our best moments, you know, in the season, you know. So it definitely wasn't just me, just only me, you know. Someone had to get that assist, like for my goal. So that's like Jesus. I also have to like give him credit for that. You know, it's not easy finishing. Sammy as well. Sammy Ahmed is like our at the time was our freshman who finished the goal that I gave him. You know, so you know it's just a team effort as much as it is mine. You know, so yeah.
Okay. No, I get it. So you mentioned the win streak. So Regis, this is more specifically towards you. You know, on your last, I think the 9 conference games that you guys had, including the playoffs, in total, you outscored the opposition, I believe, 20-6, give or take. How was that like? How proud are you? Proud are you of the Hawks defense in 2019, especially down the stretch when you guys talked about the winning streak? You guys won 6 of the last 7 games, including that shutout against Baruch.
Yeah, I mean, like, quite frankly, it feels great. It feels really great. It feels amazing. And it's like the entire season, preseason was hard on us. Like it was really rough. So it's like we actually just came in with the mentality and like with the mentality that we are not letting anything happen. Like we are not taking any chances with anything. We're just doing our job. We just became a lot more focused like during like CUNY play. So it's like, I guess it's like we just had a lot more to like fight for. Mm-hmm. So it's like I'm just very, 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 very proud of like what I did. I'm proud of what everyone else on our defense was doing. I'm proud of our goalies. I'm proud of our coaching. That was just like everything falls on everyone, especially since like an accomplishment this is like, it has to be shared. Well, like 100%.
Yeah.
Because people unit.
Okay, great. That's awesome. And to have that kind of run towards the end to reach the CUNYAC championship, it's amazing. And so, you know, we're going to transition to that and talk about that a little bit. I know it's probably a little, you know, sore subject. Didn't end the way you guys wanted it to. You know, for those who didn't get the chance to watch that game, you know, a quick recap. You know, it's back and forth, tooth and nails. You know, end up going to penalty kicks. It was, you know, zip, you know, all throughout. Were you guys nervous, you know, towards the tail end of that game, like knowing that, like, all right, it's going to come down to individual efforts? You know, let's start with Regis.
Yeah, I mean, like, penalties are penalties, man, because like no one wants to take penalties after 120 minutes for a game that just ends 0-0. Like I don't think anyone can actually understand the amount of pressure it is to actually take a penalty that counts towards like something so big at a moment that like important. It's that pressure is overwhelming. So yeah, I was feeling pretty nervous, but I was happy with like the effort, I guess.
Yeah, so walk me through that. Like, and you mentioned, you know, the nervousness that hit you. Walk me through that experience. You know, before you hit the. I mean, basically before it was your turn to kick. What was your strategy like? And you know, just touch base a little bit more on the pressure that you had, because you did hit the goal to tie it up at three apiece.
Yeah, so it's like I don't really know. I don't really know if like the viewers actually remember, but like I'm pretty sure they do. But like in the game, our senior actually like Jesus, he actually missed a penalty in the game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then it also happened again in the like shootout. So it's like I just came in with the mentality that I gotta like just push through. Like we have to.
You gotta come through clutch.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Exactly. So it's like I just wanted to like just get it done for my teammates, like just ensure that we have at least another fighting chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blaise, what about you? What was your mindset on that?
Yeah, definitely going off of that, I feel like just the way it was set up, you know, just like the whole game, you know, how we had that PK chance and how, you know, Jesus, which we don't talk about, but yeah, I felt like just during like the end of the game during the PK shootout, when it was like my turn to kick, I feel like I just felt like just how I felt just the whole season, you know, how like I need to look out for my guy, my teammate who isn't doing so hot, you know, it's like
out for us.
Yeah, exactly, who's been looking out for us, you know, it's like not everyone can be like the player, you know, a title which he rightfully deserved. So I feel like it was my duty as a teammate to give like not only him but just everyone else like the chance that they deserve. But unfortunately mine didn't end so well. You know, so when I took the kick, I missed it. I wouldn't even say I missed it, you know, still to this day I feel like that is a good save by the keeper, you know, that's just someone else. He had the job to do as well, you know, that's, you know, I'm not gonna like put my head down about that, you know, our mistakes. You know? So I definitely came out of that a different like player. So definitely just a quick mention out John Jay, definitely a good program who I guess we definitely deserve to win that, you know. So no offense to John Jay whatsoever, you know. I don't want like anyone like yeah, exactly. So it was just a result that needed to happen, I feel like. But even with that, it's like it left us at a point where we were at our lowest. But it's like when you're at your lowest, there's only one way to go up, you know. So that was excited for. Yeah, so that was
the next season.
Yeah, so we know we're definitely gonna have another chance at the title. Hopefully we learn from these and hopefully it'll turn it on. Just work in our favor next time.
Okay, great. No, I definitely respect that, and I'm glad you guys see, you know, the positive from the negative, and hopefully, hopefully you'll be right there. Don't know what kind of world we're gonna live in, but if once we're on the other side of this, hopefully you guys would, you know, get that chance to flip the switch and bring home that championship.
Yeah, and definitely just a side note, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
But yeah, just really proud of our boys from what we did this season. This is to let you know that this is like our first time actually hopefully talking about this in a while. So it's like definitely it just needed to be set out there. So I appreciate you for giving that moment to talk about it.
Oh, please don't worry about it. Thank you guys for sitting with me. And again, this is all about you guys. You know, it's your stories. It's stories that, you know, not only the Hawks fan, but people in the CUNYAC fans all around want to hear. And it's a perspective that we don't really get to see very often. So thank you guys for taking the time out. You know, we're going to wrap up very soon. I have maybe one, maybe two more questions for you guys lined up. So we'll start with Blaise. You know, what does the future hold for you moving forward?
I don't know. Just endless possibilities. So hopefully, if I play my cards right, you know, hopefully I can lay out a foundation that can set me up for just infinite. You know, so that's kind of like the goal. You know, like entirely my goal is just to do well for myself, do well for my family, and just live the best way I can. You know, so as long and I'm definitely like excited to just keep hunting that path. You know, in that story. So hopefully, like they can actually help me to become the person I want to become.
Okay, Regis.
He
stole your answer.
I don't even know how I can say anything. I can't even add on to that.
Yeah.
But I just hope to just keep everything like in the back of my head that I at least gave everything 100% of my effort. So it's anything anything that actually happens in the future, I would actually know that it was because I actually did it for myself. So I will stay like hopeful for it, and hopefully it brings me a lot of good things.
Okay, that's awesome. All right, so I don't want to take any more of your time, but something's just in the back of my head I need to ask. Blaise, do you think you could score on your brother if you guys were going one-on-one?
I think I have that.
No. Regis, you gonna shut him down?
He is trying to start it. Like,
That's I don't know the competitive nature in me. Just no, I have enough faith. But
that is truthfully something that only other Hunter soccer players can see for themselves. So, we don't got it.
That's not an answer that people need to know. I'm not trying to
I have to ask, man. I mean, you guys grew up together, same school, playing soccer for God knows how many years together. It's something that I just had to ask. All right, so guys, thank you again so much. I really do appreciate you guys sitting down and having this chat with me. Again, I really do appreciate hearing your stories. Any closing remarks you want to send off with?
No, I mean, thank you so much for having us in the first place. It really means a lot that like we were like even thought of to actually have an interview. So thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, it's a very big privilege, just going off of that. And just I know it's not like the best like way to do this, but
ideally we will do face-to-face content. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. But hopefully there's going to be a time where we can do this like face-to-face and everything. Just hope it, like, just God willing, will just turn out for the better for people. Hopefully everyone can stay safe.
Stay safe.
Just make sure we get through this together. Yeah. So, that's
okay. Great. Well, Blaise, Regis, again, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you guys for watching all these fall features. I've been having a blast talking to these students, athletes, and talking to very talented student athletes from our conference. Just a reminder, again, the fall feature goes up every Friday on our website, CUNYathletics.com, as well as in all our social media feeds. Just search CUNY Athletics. For Regis, for Blaise, I'm Eldridge Chavez. Until next time, cheers.
Thank you, Eldridge. How's it going?
Okay.
Yeah.